Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie Bree, and I'm asking you a question. Do you remember MTV Party to Go? Now, we're not going to get into the whole, I already done a video on MTV. MTV Party to Go is a spin-off of MTV, and I don't mean MTV2, which I'll do a video on that one of these days. Sure, eventually. No, what this is a compilation CD. And there may have been a cassette, I don't know. But I'm going to say CD because that's what I had. Once a year, they would put out an MTV Party to Go CD. And what this was a ready-made party, essentially. It was a CD that you put on. You were having a house party or a barbecue or a block party or, I don't know, a high school dance or whatever. You could just put the CD in, hit play, and let it go. This is what it was designed for. That's why it's literally called Party to Go. So you have a mix of pump you up songs, like dance songs and like anthems. You have some like high powered rock songs. You have some R&B songs, like some smooth, like danceable R&B songs, And then you also have like some slow love songs, and you have like your mega pop hits, etc. But what's interesting about MTV Party to Go is they don't just collect this assortment of songs and arrange them how, a live DJ would arrange them. I was a live professional DJ for a lot of years, and I studied MTV Party to Go and other compilations and things of that sort and saw what other DJs were doing. That's how I learned how to DJ. That's how I learned how to rock a crowd. What was different about MTV Party to Go versus your standard everyday compilation album? Totally Hits, or Now That's What I Call Music, etc., which is a whole nother video for another day, is these weren't the radio versions you were used to. These weren't your top 40, these were top 40 songs, but these weren't the version of the song that was played on top 40 stations. And these were not the versions that you found on the music videos, which were often different again from the ones that you heard on the radio. These were specific remixes of these songs, specifically for this compilation. Most likely, I would guess, I'm assuming, I don't know for sure, so don't quote me on this, but I'm assuming the producers, the DJs who compiled the compilation, most likely remix the tracks themselves is what I would guess. And they would have them so they would flow together. And it was done in a way that it was designed not to put the CD in and hit shuffle, but to literally play it from start to finish and have a coherent party with rises and falls as necessary. So, like MTV itself, I'd lost interest in MTV Party to Go around the turn of the century, around the new millennium, year 2000. My musical tastes were pretty much locked into the 80s and 90s by the time by the time the year 2000 rolled around. There's some bleed over into the new millennium in some areas up to about 2003, 2004. I slowly lose interest until then. After 2005, it's very, very, very rare that a song that came out after 2005 is even on my radar or I even know about it, let alone listen to it. Very rare. Handful of exceptions. At one point in time, when I was a teenager, after school, job, no bills, lived at home, all the money in the world, I was going for a complete collection of MTV Party to Go. I was buying every one. Just like I was buying all the Jock Jams and Totally Hits, and Now That's What I Call Music, and, Ultimate Hip Hop Party, etc., etc., etc. I want it all. But I bought MTV Party to Go, and I think it was I don't think it was MTV Party to Go volume whatever, like volume 6 or 7 or whatever. I think it was literally, I think it was called MTV Party to Go 2000. But don't quote me on this. But I think that's what it was called. And I didn't like it. There was not one song on that CD I liked. It was like stupid shit like Blur and fucking Smash Mouth and fucking Blink 182 and shit like that. And I was like, this is not fucking party music, assholes. You know, maybe some fucking frat party somewhere, I guess. I don't know. But it wasn't what I expected from a dance compilation. And so I didn't buy that one. And then I didn't buy any after that. And then throughout the years, as I moved around a bajillion times, more times to count, literally, either lost them or gave them away or yard sales, donated to thrift stores, threw them in the trash, whatever. I now have 0 MTV Party to Go CDs. I don't have any of them. Now, I have since ripped my entire CD collection, all 1,000 plus discs that I owned at that time, to my iTunes library. So they're preserved. I still have them on a hard drive where I can access them and burn them onto CDs if I want. I don't. I'll just use Spotify. But like I said, I started off with a with a question. Do you remember MTV Party to Go? If so, what are your memories of it? Did you like it? Did you lose interest in it? Was it not for you? Or were you one of those never heard of it? For me, I consider MTV Party to Go a relic of that point in time when MTV represented youth culture and the music, specifically the voice of youth culture. And that time is past. Now, MTV may or may not. I don't know. I'm 42 years old. 41 years old, excuse me. God, I even forget how old I am. I'm that old. I'm 41 years old. I don't know what the fuck kids are watching these days. I don't even know who's watching him. I don't even know if MTV's still around, to tell you the truth. And I don't give a shit. That's where I'm at. I have no interest, no desire to go on eBay or Amazon or whatever and buy those old MTV Party to Go CDs. Yes, I do have nostalgia for them. But it's like a limited nostalgia I can do without. I'd rather just go to Spotify and get the versions of those songs I'm familiar with versus these weird relics of the past. Stay cool.